Hello, I'm Dennis McDonald. I'm with A1 Electronics, A1 Telephone. You can get a hold of us at www.a1-telephone.com. This is a little bit of an ongoing video, probably about part 4, with a Texaco Fire Chief amplified helmet, child's toy from the 50s and 60s. We've been working on a circuit, and we're finally down to refining a circuit. We've got some orange wire here that runs over to our amplified speaker. This is our microphone. Normally what would happen is the T1 or transmitter would set in here like this, but since we abandoned the original circuit and got rid of it because that circuit never works out, doesn't work very well, we had to get rid of that circuit and start from scratch and rebuild everything brand new. Anyway, this is our speaker encasement, and if you take the speaker out, what you're going to find is a little circuit board in there with a lot of the components that make the amplification. And so that would be normally probably hot glued in there. I'll probably put it in there on a piece of sticky tape or something. This is basically just to show Jack up in Canada that we have a circuit here for him. And I'm going to just stick it in there with a double-sided piece of sticky tape. Normally, if this went into production, what would happen is they would probably come up with some circuit board design that they could fill with components, and then either hot glue it in or stabilize the circuit somehow within the encasement there. And anyway, basically here we have some clear tape. Now this is just in design. We're not building anything here to send out to the public, really. This is just some box tape that we have put on here, and here's our transmitter, our mic. On the back, they have a little switch on the back. It's kind of a primitive kind of switch. And what we did was we put a little momentary switch, a little push switch, and otherwise it would kind of look like this. And this can still be utilized. Okay, they can still design the circuit to use this primitive type push switch here. Just on the back side of this, inside the mic case, you could position a switch that this would hit. But I'm just trying to give you, Jack, some ideals of how the circuit could be utilized with this momentary switch here that we have. And it makes it a little easier to show you on the video and give you somewhat of an ideal of how things can be done. I know every component that you add is money, but momentary switches are very cheap. I mean, they don't cost really nothing. And so, I mean, however it was to be designed, I'm only building the circuit. I'm not engineering a design for the looks and the mechanics of the thing. So, anyway, that's the original type way they did it, and you could save all that because you have the molds that have the same kind of cut in it, but when you push this, you could have a momentary switch on the inside, and it could push that momentary switch. The other design change I suggest that you make, you can do what you want, is go to a round red wire that has 4 lines in it, 4 conductor. Okay. The original is a 3 conductor flat. That's kind of it's kind of primitive. Nowadays, you know, you probably want to go to a round red wire that has 4 conductors in it. And the reason why I want you to go to a 4 conductor, or suggest you go to a 4 conductor, is because the speaker works better, the transmitter works better, I mean, if you have 2 single lines going to it, and then 2 single lines for your switch for your speaker, to turn your speaker on, because that's basically how it's designed. You could hook it up to where you're turning the power on and off on the IC chip, but anyway, that's all stuff that would take a long time to explain to you. So you know, that can all be worked out in the end. But anyway, this is how I have it, and that would be my best suggestion. Okay, so basically you're pushing this button here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so the only way I can do this one-handed is I'm going to push down on the table. If I tap on this, it's up off the table, so we're not making any contact. You can hear the amplification kick in as soon as I push it down. And once again, I'll count off some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anyway, this gives you a little indication of what's going on. You'd be able to see inside what's going on in here. You see a speaker. The speaker that I have on it is probably a little larger magnet than the one that came originally with it, but whoever you're getting speakers from, that would all have to be worked out later. You know what size. You know, of course, it's going to be an 8-ohm speaker, and who knows how big the magnet would be. But this is the larger style magnet, so it's a little better speaker. But you know, however it works out, and whatever you can get in bulk in parts. So that's kind of that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was, if I can get these wires in there one-handed, you're going to have a, you know, the grill on the Texaco sign there, where the speaker goes, is going to actually help the sound of this speaker. I don't have more than 2 hands, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to put the camera down and show you what I mean. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And basically what that represents, me putting my hand over it a little bit, is the fact that if you put a little bit of something in front of that speaker, basically what you're creating is an echo and of some sorts. And it's probably even louder that way. So it's got pretty much gain, so you'll probably be okay on amplification. It's probably 10 times louder than the original circuit was. But that's something that you'll have to deal with or check out when you receive it, if we get a chance to send this one, if everything works out. It's looking pretty good at this point. This is just to give you some kind of ideal. I know there's a lot of tape on there and it kind of, you know, looks primitive, but It's just to give you an idea of what's going on and some of the different things that you can do. You know, I know you have to stick pretty close to this type stuff because of the molds and things, but anyway, we are about out of time, and so I'm going to shut this video down. Thank you, and goodbye.